funny gentleman from right here in Huntsville, Alabama as well. He's performed many of the feature shows throughout town. Please put your hands together for the very funny Joel Elliott.
Wow. Everybody give it up again for Claren. I call him Claren. His name's Aaron Engelhard, but we call him Claren Dingleford. Give it up for him for dying that horrible death in front of us. And he's a very funny comedian, like most of the time, I promise you. He writes well, too, all right. Now, he was telling me just before he came to the stage, he was telling me, you know what, I've been not bringing my notes, and that's been helping, you know. And then he did what he did, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring my notes. Hey, is everybody ready for Festivus? Is everybody ready for Festivus? It's like in an hour. I mean, it's almost Festivus. December 23rd is Festivus. You have your poll, like you're ready for the airing of grievances. I know you guys aren't stand-up comedians, so you don't like talk shit on your friends from the stage on a regular, you know, but I have the airing of grievances a lot, and it's a fun time for me. I hope you're ready for it, you know, like I think you should do that to your friends every once in a while. Like, good friends give each other hip checks. That's all I'm saying about that. Okay, Lone Goose, are you guys, who's here for comedy? Round of applause. That's the impression I was getting. Hey, Lone Goose, who's here for drinking? Round of applause. That's totally what I thought. I'm not asking you to stop drinking, I swear. Please do keep drinking, but I want to tell you some things while I'm up here and have a PA system at my disposal. My name is Joel Elliott. I am a local performer. Local, if you're not familiar, local is a very kind way of saying unsuccessful. I've been performing in Huntsville for some time. I started in entertainment when, like, some of these kids were, like, professionally pursuing pubic hair. So, you know, like, I know what's what, you know, like I've been performing for a long time, but like I'm new at stand-up comedy, and like my backstory is just bizarre, so I want to just give you the gist of it. Like, I was married in Pennsylvania, and my wife moved here for work. You know, like he said, I'm from Huntsville. I'm not from Huntsville, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, hon. We used to go down the ocean every year, and then the far engine would go by, and we'd be like, wow, there was an ale. But, you know, like I'm from Baltimore City, and moved to Pennsylvania, and I married this girl, and she had all of the signs of borderline personality disorder. Are you aware of what that is? Yeah. Okay, you're living so much simpler lives than me. God bless it. It's a horrible identity disorder. Like, the person you love the most, you'll, like, rage at, and, you know, like, the summation of that disorder as it comes to like romantic relationships is, I hate you, don't leave me. Like, there were many situations in Pennsylvania, she was like, go, get out of my life. And the moment I get to the door, she's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? Don't abandon me. Like, I'm like literally, in those words, you know, like, it's maddening. You know, like, it's a mental illness is very difficult. And she had no like consciousness of it. She moved us down here for her job, and then like, like 2014 was the year of like the destruction and rebirth of Joel Elliott. Like 2 months of 2014 I spent sleeping on benches in Big Spring Park, alright? 2 months of 2014 I spent in jail. 2 months of 2014 I spent getting just destroyed verbally and physically by a very small woman. You'd be surprised. Like, I was the Shelley Duvall in The Shining of that relationship. She undrilled doorknobs to get at me and keep yelling at me. That's how, like, it was sick. It was like, here's Jenny, you know, it was bad. It was bad. I shouldn't use her name because of how things turned out. And that didn't happen in that order, by the way, homelessness, jail, and abuse. It was the other way around. But, because that's typically how that goes. So I have the dubious distinction of being the former #1 homeless comedian in Huntsville, Alabama. Which, yeah, I only spent 2 months out there. And the reason it was only 2 months, first of all, America, I just want to be honest, white privilege. Like, there's no way, if I was not white, that I'd be working at a software company right now because Huntsville. But that's beside the point. Like, the reason it was only 2 months is because when I got to the street, I had an entertainment background and I had literally the clothes on my back and a copy of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So it's like I was in the right place in Huntsville. It's a nerdy town. It's good. But so my approach was like, I started doing stand-up comedy at open mics, and I figured I could network that way and maybe find a job. But then I saw the comedians that we had, working in the local scene, and I was like, not all these guys are gonna make it. I need an angle, And I was going to homeless shelters and showering because I don't know if you've been in the scrub center, but there's like 4 faucets and there's 1 knob. And, you can't shower there if you're a homeless person, all right? So I went to the first stop because they had a good shower, and I looked at all the homeless people and I was like, oh, not all these guys are gonna make it. I need an angle. So when I went to the open mics, I told them all I was homeless. And when I went to the homeless shelter, I told them all I was a comedian. And god damn it if it didn't work. Like all the comedians were like, oh my god, look at this special guy. He's doing shows on the stage and then he's gonna go sleep on a bench. It's like, he's so brave. It's 65 degrees out. I'm fine. I'm sleeping on the bench. Like, it was only 2 months. And then at the homeless shelter, this is the thing that I haven't even talked about with these guys yet that much, but at the homeless shelter, they were like, this guy goes out there every day and does comedy. Like, what? He's so special and brave, It was so bizarre. So 2015, that's been the year of redemption for Joel Elliott, I'm content marketing coordinator for a software company. It's crazy. I have people underneath me-ish, I'm not a manager or whatever, but I have people that I have seniority over that are stand-up comedians in this scene that are trying to, get their lives together. It's bizarre. But if you're on the Twitters, follow me, please, at awkward handle. I love it. We'll connect. It'll be fun. And come out to see shows. There's something cooking in January. I won't announce it yet because the person I'm working with is a mess. Like I said, airing of grievances. But no, she's a wonderful woman. And it's going to be a great show. I don't know if it's going to pan out yet, so I'm not going to tell you about it. But we're bringing somebody from the movies. I'm going to get to open for him. That's happening in January. Go to hsvcomedy.com. You'll see a lot of shows in the scene. It's great. Goose, you have been great. I mean that. You've been great. I, on the other hand, have been Joel Elliott.
Everybody.